Good morning. Very happy to be here today at the Veterans Association to be part of the rollout of the Launchpad initiative. FRCDA is excited to be partnering with the VABC and the Fall River Veterans Office at Government Center for this worthwhile program. FRCDA has committed $75,000 of CARES Act funding to reduce unemployment among our veterans population because of the COVID-19 pandemic. At this time, I'd like to have the executor of the VABC, Jim St. Laurent, come up to speak about the Launchpad initiative.
Good morning. Thank you for everybody for coming. The Launchpad program is an initiative that we've put in place to help veterans with the COVID-19 unemployment. The unemployment rate is around 12% now with veterans. And our goal is to identify the people that are unemployed, help them with career assistance, help them to get back to work, and really get them back on their feet again. So that's all I have.
At this time, I'd like to have Kathy Splinter come up. Kathy is the past president of the VABC and a current board member. Kathy?
Good morning. I was one of the original clients of the VABC when it was on Brayton Avenue, many years ago. And it's exciting for me to see how we have grown in what we are attending to. At the time, it was mainly for counseling and to help veterans, Vietnam veterans, access the VA because we weren't getting support. And it has grown since then to now we have a huge food pantry where veterans can come in once a month and receive food. And to have it extending to them, we're going to be able to provide real in-time service to help them get jobs is really exciting for me. And I thank the mayor for all his work that he has done with this and everybody that's been involved in getting us this grant, including Mike. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Kathy. Next person I'd like to have come up is Jay Clocken. Jay Clocken is a longtime attorney in the city. He's also been a board of director here and has done many initiatives for the veterans population in the city.
I guess this mask is a political statement. Good morning. I was part of the group that 33 years ago started the VABC. And I want to thank Al Heron, who was a representative at the time. I think he got us a grant for $10,000 from the state. This particular contribution from community development funds comes at a really critical time. We have veterans unemployed because of this COVID-19 situation. We have veterans who need food. We have veterans who need counseling. And we've been providing these things for 33 years. In this case, we would have been unable to go forward and provide these services without the intervention of Mayor Coogan and Mike Dion. And I want to thank them very much. I want to, too, thank the present legislative delegation, Representative Fiola, Senator Rodericks, so on and so forth, for their continuing support of this operation. It's much needed, and we certainly appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jay. At this time, I'd like to have the city's veteran agent, Ray Haig, come up and say a few words. Ray and I have worked together on many veterans initiatives, and I'm always in awe of his dedication to the veteran population. He's a great veterans agent, but more than that, he's a great guy. Ray?
Thank you, Mike. I'm very happy, and it's a pleasure to be able to partner with this group to bring these services and add it to another tool in our toolbox to help veterans. We have a stellar record here in Fall River of providing veteran services. This is an excellent program. We will be committing some funds from my budget as needed going forward, and I wish this program a lot of success because we need to put our veterans back to work. Like I said at the last press conference where the mayor unveiled another home here for veterans in the city, what we need is clean, affordable housing and good jobs for veterans here, and they deserve it. So I wish you the best of luck, and we'll move forward on this. Thank you.
Thanks, Ray. I'd like to have City Councilor Linda Pereira come up and say a few words. Councilor Pereira has been a leader in the city for many years and has always supported the veterans population.
I don't know if it's from my dad being a World War II vet and going to all of the conventions that he had and hearing stories from the men and women that fought. That has always given me a very, very strong connection to veterans. People like Jay Clarkin and Al Herron, who put this all together and got some money from the state. It's cooperation in Fall River. It's the mayor putting in money into Ray Hagan, the veterans budget. It's to the council voting on that, not taking any cuts from that, that shows the strong commitment that the city of Fall River has for veterans. You have your legislative delegation who's always ready to contribute to veterans. That's one thing I have to say that I love about Fall River. There are many things I love, but what I admire most is that Fall River respects and honors all of their veterans. And certainly to get veterans back to work is something that we need to do. It makes me crazy to see a homeless vet. It makes me crazy to see a vet who's maybe suffering from some ailment from the war, whether it be physical or mental, and not having the supports that they need. Because darn it, if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be able to stand here in front of microphones and say what we felt. So when you see a vet, make sure you thank them. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilor. I'd like to have State Rep Carol Fiola come up and say a few words. State Rep Fiola has been working hard up at the State House and is always a huge supporter of our veterans population.
Thank you, Mike. Great to be with all of you today. On behalf of myself and State Senator Rodrigues, Representative Sylvia and Schmid, what an honor. I mean, this pandemic has caused a lot of heartbreak and financially heartache for many. And the silver lining here is that the CARES money that we receive is enabling Jim, Kathy, Jay, the board here at the VABC, the Veterans Association of Bristol County, to help those who we really need to help the most, the veterans who've sacrificed for us. This Veterans Center will be here for all the vets tomorrow and every day, but it has been for 33 years. And when you look around this building today, I cannot be more proud of the work that all of you who work here, Kim, all of you and the board, to see the food pantry stocked for our veterans and to see that our veterans are going to be hired. Please take advantage of this building. Come down here. It's open every day. Visit with your veterans office. And Ray, also to thank you and Victor and everyone here, Mike with CDA. It truly is, with our city council, with our mayor, with our delegation, a teamwork. And I would just like to add that there is no greater funding gap that we fill than with our veterans at the state level. We ensure that Ray gets his budget every year from the VSO money, and that will never change. Thank you, and congratulations to VABC.
Thank you, Rep Fiola. The next speaker is a great supporter of veteran services. Just 2 weeks ago, under his leadership, we unveiled 3 new units of veterans housing on Bradford Avenue, and today we're introducing a work training program called the Launchpad. As mayor, he has been a leader for the city's veteran population. He's very in touch with veterans' issues in the city and wants to improve the quality of their lives. He's a great mayor, someone who I love working for, and he is really making a difference. I just want to reiterate, programs like this, what we're doing here today, doesn't happen without this man. He's my boss. He's the one that tells where the funding is going. So he deserves a lot of credit for this new program that's happening today. Mr. Mayor?
I don't know how I follow that, but I appreciate it, Mike, but it is a team. It's a team effort down here. This targeted program will help veterans with interview skills, job placement, resume building, all the things necessary to get back into the workforce. As everyone knows, veterans' unemployment rates are starting to bubble up, and if we can help them down here on Pine Street and Fall River, it's going to go a long way to put them back into the workforce, contributing across the board. But things like this, Pine Street VABC, and the team we have here are done because people lead with their heart. They work hard, they go out of their way. It's a rainy day. People are down here right now getting food, getting services, and that's why it's important. Not because of a politician coming down to say something. It's important because of the work that goes on every day behind the scenes. And anytime I can support programs like this, I'll go out of my way to do it. I appreciate everyone for coming. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'd like to have Kathy, Jay Clarkin, and Jim St. Laurent come up, and I'd like to have the mayor present the check to them. It's not a check you can cash. That'll come in the future.